Welcome to the must-see WWE Talk Show history. Welcome to Wrestling Untold.
Yeah.
This is episode
57.
57.
Yep, 57.
I'm Carter, aka Skills All Day.
And I am Keaton, aka still looking for that personal invite from the diplomats to join the group. Let them see what my skills like.
In this episode, we will be joined the best African American wrestler.
Yeah, and it's not just not just WWE. It's going to be African American wrestlers from other promotions for that matter.
Yup.
This from new, old, so forth. Yep.
Hey, you guys, go like, follow, share, subscribe. Go to our Instagram, Carter TV. Click, boop.
Yep. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Tell 5 friends. So let's get right into it. So we have essentially, what is this, 32?
Yeah.
32 superstars, wrestlers, men and women. We had more, but we kind of, moved our list down. So apologize if we missed some people. There's a couple persons I told Carter need to be on here that he, we didn't get at it, but they were older, much older people. So we'll get started. We're going to start with round 1, and this is going to be part 1 of the video. And then we'll have another part of the video for the next round. So, let's go.
Number 1, we have the Boss Double Imprint Sasha Banks against the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Okay. So far, starting strong. 2 current superstars.
Yep, 2 former WWE champions.
Mm-hmm.
World champions.
Multiple-time world champions.
Yeah,
Sasha Banks, and I think Bobby's had the belt twice.
He's been here since ECW.
Yeah.
So he's had that belt too.
Yep. So what are your thoughts here?
I'm looking more to Sasha Banks. I think the new Bobby, the face Bobby, is really terrible and it's not as good as the other one.
Yeah, we like Bobby Lashley, the Hurt Business Bobby Lashley.
Yes.
Hurt Business was great. I'm not sure why they got rid of it so soon, but we like that Bobby. Sasha Banks is probably one of the greatest women wrestlers, in my opinion, to ever grace the square circle. So, I would go Sasha Banks here. What's your thoughts?
Sasha Banks?
Sasha Banks, okay.
Our next 2 superstars are Apollo Crews, which hasn't had a TV appearance in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Xavier Woods, which would compete in that.
King Woods, yeah. King Woods, yeah. Part of New Day. He's part of New Day. One of the most iconic groups, tag teams of all time.
Yeah, he's a high flyer. He's pretty good. I don't think he's world champion ready just yet, but he'll probably climb that ladder soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
And Apollo Crews, I think he just got old. I think people liked him more when he won his first belt, the United States one, because that was like he'd been living for the opportunity. And then when he won the Intercontinental one, everyone did not like him because he ruined Big E.
Yeah,
I know Big E went to that world championship.
He was a good heel for Big E being a baby face. So I did like that. I did like the Nigerian version of Apollo Crews. I liked it. It was I liked the way they presented it. I didn't like it at first. I'll be the first one to admit. If you go back some episodes, I probably said it was a horrible idea, probably maybe 30, 40 episodes back. But it made sense. In hindsight, they kind of moved away from it too quickly. But, So I know who I would go with here.
King Woods.
King Woods? Because I don't know why you have Xavier written here. He's a king.
Okay.
King Woods.
When that King of Ring tournament come back, he's not winning it.
So we have Moose, who is he Impact World Champion?
Impact Champion.
And then we have Naomi, who was SmackDown Women's Champion at one particular time, right?
2018.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Feel the glow.
I don't think Mr. McGlynn likes her too much because she's only being getting opportunities every so often.
Yeah, she's a super face, but the problem is she's also a bit boring being a super face. She's a bit boring. But she's exciting, and I think we like Naomi a lot. But that being good and being happy every single day in wrestling can get kind of tired quick.
That Sonya Deville thing where
Sonya Deville was just bullying her. It was just stupid.
They wanted us to feel bad for her or whatever.
So that's, I've never seen Moose wrestle, and I don't think Naomi, if she makes it past this round, I don't think she'll make it past the next one.
I'm gonna say Moose.
You know Moose?
Yeah. I think he could step in the ring with anybody. And he could go to AEW. You never know.
Yeah,
He can make an appearance.
But I think he likes it at Impact. So
nice and small.
Yeah. So next we have Zeus, who you guys don't know who Zeus is. He's all his real name is Tiny Liston. He's Debo from Friday. He was once a wrestler. He was in the movie No Holds Barred with Hulk Hogan as the heel. Movie. Yeah, we love that movie. And Keith Lee, who he burst onto the scene. He had been in wrestling, I guess, for a little while, but he burst into NXT.
First person to be North American and World Champion.
Yeah.
And then he relinquished that North American Championship because he had the bigger picture. It was just great. And then he got to Monday Night Raw and he had injuries. He
ended up getting COVID. They didn't say it, but we believe he was having problems breathing, and they said it. So we believe he had COVID. They wanted to rush him back into the ring because he was a baby face, and he was going to be the baby face of what was this, Raw, SmackDown, whichever one it was.
Raw.
Was it Raw? And who knows what else happened, but he left the company. But my vote here goes for Keith Lee.
Keith Lee.
Is Keith Lee for you too?
Bask in his glory.
Next up
we have Red Velvet and Lio Rush.
Okay.
Now, Red Velvet, I put her on this list just because I love her. She's my favorite women's wrestler for AEW. She helped Jade Cargill get over. I have to say that.
I love Jade Cargill.
She helped Jade Cargill get over because she's a super baby.
If you guys never seen Jade Cargill, look her up. She's got an Instagram page. Phenomenal.
Lio Rush, he's pretty good. I don't know. Did he win Cruiserweight Championship?
He was a Cruiserweight champion. I don't know if he was North America.
He wasn't good enough to be a wrestler.
He was very annoying. Well, he was, but they had him as Bobby Lashley's
that's what I thought.
manager.
His manager.
No. He was good enough, but I think they didn't really have anything for him. But he was good on the mic. He can talk, but they had him in this weird, annoying. But we ended up really liking Lio Rush right before he left NXT. I liked him at least. I don't know if you liked him. But when they had the NXT come into WWE and do like almost a takeover thing, Lio Rush was standing tall with because he had a cruiserweight belt then. And it was kind of like, it was good to see him succeed. And he went to AEW and he got hurt pretty bad. So I think he was retired from wrestling. I think he still does his appearances. But I don't know who Red Velvet is. So you're going Red Velvet? I don't know who that is.
You need to watch Red Velvet and Cody Rhodes versus Shaq and Jade Cargill.
Okay. Okay.
She is the women's wrestler
Gotcha.
in that match.
Okay, so now we get into some people that. So we had the Godfather, who if you weren't around, Carter wasn't when the Godfather was wrestling. It sounds stupid, but it was one of the greatest things, one of the greatest gimmicks in my opinion. And he's going up against Angelo Dawkins as one half of the Street Profits. Arguably the path of Street Profits that's not going to be in WWE when the other half goes on to be world champion, unless they repackage him. And I'm not wishing that on him. I'm just saying I understand the way the business works. I know who I'm going for here. What are your thoughts? I know we have a lot of kids watching this. So he used to have a train, and it was a line of women. So all the adults know what I'm talking about. And every day brought him out to the ring, and they went back, and he had his music, he had his hat on, I
think the Godfather.
He's a part of Nation Domination too, so that was even more. Just goes up for me.
Next we have Velveteen Dream.
Okay.
And we have
Virgil.
Yeah,
Virgil. So Virgil was an old WWF wrestler, if I'm not mistaken, he was in WCW for a point. He was $1 million champion at one point. Ted DiBiase.
Not many people can say that.
Yeah, I ended up meeting Virgil. It may have been like 2008 or so, and he had the title with him and everything. It was in really bad shape. They could take care of it. They didn't really. It wasn't a great title.
Where was it?
It was at the car show. I met him. He was doing meet and greets, and
I wasn't even. Title he won?
The only one, yeah. And I wasn't a fan of his, but it was cool to meet a wrestler, and I never met one ever in my life. But he was also in NWO at one point after it was like watered down and they had too many people there. But Velveteen Dream, there's a lot to say. You want to talk about him?
I'll talk about him. He is great. He has a lot of NXT Takeover great matches. Him and Tommaso Ciampa is one of his favorite. I know.
My favorite match.
He could easily get the NXT World Championship. Easily.
Yeah. He had some other issues going on with him that we won't discuss here, which kept him out of wrestling. But if you ever get a chance, go back and watch the Takeover. I don't know which one it is. It's Velveteen Dream versus Tommaso. He pays homage to the NWO.
DC, right?
I don't know.
I think it is.
He pays homage to the NWO Hulk Hogan in his attire. He comes out walking like Hollywood Hogan. Oh, it's the greatest thing. If I get a chance, I'll post that.
DC.
He's from Washington. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I get a chance, I'll post that interest of him coming out doing that. But we are strictly talking about the wrestler, not the person. Who do you think?
Velveteen Dream.
You want Velveteen?
Mm-hmm.
Make me write the longest name. Vel.
You can say Dream.
Yeah, Dream Over. Yeah, that was his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next up we got Ron Simmons, who also is known as Farouk, but more notably Ron Simmons, and he's going up against Bianca Belair, our Bianca Belair. You want to give your thoughts here, because I can talk all day about both of them.
Bianca Belair, her match at WrestleMania, the previous one, I don't know which one it was. Her and Becky, that match was 35 minutes, the best 35 minutes of the show.
Mm-hmm.
On that night. I have to say that should have been the main event. If Bianca Belair won the Royal Rumble twice in a row, that would have just put her all the way up here, because she would have been the first one to do it, and she would crush Becky at WrestleMania. But they have to have Ronda Rousey for some weird reason.
Yeah. So I'll tell you, I didn't like Farouk when he came to WWF, because I was a big Ahmed Johnson fan for a while. And Farouk came in and just steamrolled over Ahmed. I didn't know why. I had no idea. He just, and before you know, Ahmed Johnson was gone. When he came back, he was never the same person. Farouk tells a story, Ron Simmons tells a story that they had a match and Ahmed Johnson was just so haphazard about his technique that he seriously almost injured Farouk. And he says one of the things as a wrestler is you put your body in the ring, you entrust yourself to your opponent and so forth, that they don't seriously injure you. And he says, he told him, like, when I get back, you're never going to wrestle again. That's what Ron Simmons told Ahmed Johnson. And it was true. He came back and he just ran through Ahmed every chance he got, and Ahmed never got back from that. He was so over, and when I say over, like, everyone loved him. But, like, when he got back, it's pointless. So, but I go with my heart here. I'm going Bianca Belair. Where you going?
Bianca Belair. That's going to be a big match right there. So the next one, we have Mia Yim, which we haven't seen a lot of her NXT, but she's been on, what do you call those other small businesses? Independent?
Has she been wrestling in a lot of the small promotions?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we have Reginald.
Who is a 24/7 champion. He's like a parkour guy.
Yeah.
Can we pick neither?
No.
We'll just push him out the next round. Don't worry about it.
Mia Yim.
You going Mia Yim here?
Yes. Why neither? Mia Yim is good. Her rivalry with Candice LeRae was pretty good.
So she made it to this list, but it's most notably to say that Junkyard Dog is not on this list.
I don't know Junkyard Dog.
I know Junkyard Dog, but I digress.
What match did you see the first one?
We could have put the Boogeyman here as opposed to
Ugh. You gonna put some worms in your mouth?
Yeah. So next up we got Kofi Kingston and we have Rocky Johnson. This isn't The Rock. This is The Rock's dad.
Mm-hmm.
So he wrestled with Johnny Atlas for the most part.
Yeah,
He's not on this list. But again, that was like my dad's type of wrestler.
He didn't wrestle for long in WWF.
Yeah.
Because Vince fired him because he worked. I think he worked for a different promotion while he was fighting in Saudi Arabia with WWE.
Gotcha.
And Vince did not like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so
Vince literally found out.
Was this on that show that you watched, The Young Rock? He's been watching that Young Rock show. He's been getting up on his bloodline family information. So Kofi Kingston's going against Rocky Johnson.
Kofi Mania.
Kofi Mania here?
Yes.
Isn't even no explanation?
If I could have another Kofi Mania, that would be great.
Yeah,
Because Kofi Mania is terrible now. Kofi and Xavier, they should break up.
One should turn on the other, and they should feud with each other.
Yes.
You're not talking to me. You got to talk to people.
Yes.
So next up, Big E, and he's going up against Ahmed Johnson. Shouts out to Big E too, because Big E is still recovering. I know it's going slower than he planned or anybody planned, but shouts out to Big E.
I know WWE has
get rid of Rich Holland. He's going to just keep injuring people.
I know
Same
they have plans for him, but they need.
What was the other guy that kept injuring people? The guy that came from NXT that was huge and weird looking.
Lars Sullivan.
Lars Sullivan, yeah.
Yes,
he just kept injuring people.
You got
to get rid of those type of people. They are haphazard. They're dangerous.
Like
and
Ahmed
Rich
Johnson.
Holland, well, Farouk was dangerous in that circumstance. And Ahmed Johnson, I don't know. I mean, this is the story that Farouk told about him, but no one else has ever told that story about him. So again, I don't know. And I couldn't tell from the way he wrestled that was the case.
You have the exact quote to what he said.
Yeah. So Big E, he's going against Ahmed Johnson. And Big E, we love Big E. He's great. We want to see another world title run out of Big E, and we want to see, like, because we felt like it was a lot that he couldn't do. He was being held back on a lot of things. He didn't have a great rivalry.
That's one of the things.
They really were pushing Brock Lesnar, not anyone else.
If you push a feud really far, you forget about the other things.
So, and Ahmed Johnson, we've talked about him a lot. We talked about him a lot last episode, I believe it was.
Yeah.
He basically just, he was a great Intercontinental Champion, in my opinion. He had a great feud with Goldust, which I don't know if that's, because Goldust was good.
The wig and the golden robe.
Yeah. What are your thoughts here?
I'm gonna do Big E just because I haven't seen Ahmed Johnson wrestle a lot.
Okay.
I like to see Ahmed Johnson in some blue attire.
So,
instead of red.
That was his century. So we have Mr. T, who was a wrestler. If you guys, before he was an actor, or he was an actor.
Saw the Thai commercials.
And we have Booker T, and Booker T was a part of Harlem Heat. Interesting enough, he's from Texas. Don't know what's going on with that, but he was in a group called the Harlem Heat. And I think
Nigerian Apollo Crews. He's not I don't think he's from Nigeria.
So but again, the Harlem Heat was a great group. Booker T went on to become King Booker. He went on to be world champion. I like Booker T a lot. He's still with WWE. I think sometimes his comments, because I read some of his comments, they could be too much of Mr. Company Man. Whenever someone says something about WWE, he's always quick to defend WWE. It's a bit weird, but they pay him. I defend him too if they pay me.
Mr. T is the other person.
Mr. T, I don't think his body of work is big enough to be on this list.
He was with Hulk Hogan, wasn't he?
Yeah.
WrestleMania 1, they're on the poster.
Yeah.
And he's always on the funny Thai commercials with Stone Cold Steve
Yeah, he's remembered more of as an actor than a wrestler. So
he's better on the commercials.
Are we going Booker T here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so here you've been waiting for.
Oh.
I know you've been waiting for it. Okay.
Jade Cargill. She's going up against D'Lo Brown. So D'Lo Brown was a part of Nation Domination. He was also Savio Vega for some weird reason. So it sounds like before he was D'Lo Brown, he was Savio Vega.
Who's Savio Vega?
He was Savio Vega. I'll show you some videos of him. This Latin wrestler, but he's clearly he's black. But you can have black Latin, so that's beside the point. But he really found his way when he became D'Lo Brown. He used to come to the ring and he would be moving his head like crazy. Like there's a lot of memes of him just walking and moving his head and everything. I'm gonna show you those memes because I don't think people even probably know who that is that post those memes. But D'Lo Brown was great. He was a really good wrestler. He was in Nation Domination, but
what championships did he win? None. Oof.
I don't think he may have not won any championships. But wrestling now, I think when wrestlers aren't in a championship picture, they're unhappy. Then wrestling was about the story. So can you be in the top stories? Can you be in the storylines that were happening? Because getting to TV was super important. Not everybody was getting to TV. So but Jade Cargill, good God. I mean, Bianca Belair is my girl, but Jade Cargill.
Now you know how I feel about Red
Never seen her wrestle though. I just follow her on Carter TV Instagram.
At least I watch Red Velvet.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts here? Because
I'm gonna say Jade Cargill.
You going Jade?
Put me in a sleeper.
Okay, all right. I'm okay with that.
Next option is Montez Ford, which we were just saying that he would be
He's the other half of
the
Street Profits.
next world champion.
He's gonna be world champion one day.
And
You can book that.
And we have Ember Moon, who recently got fired.
Yeah. Montez Ford is also notably married to Bianca Belair. They great couple together. You know, they are two of the coolest people
Like
you will
see
ever
them.
see. I've never met them, so I can't say meet, but you'll ever see. Those are the two coolest people. If you get a chance, follow those two on Instagram. Their pictures are great.
And you'll see when Montez surprised Bianca with a boat.
Yeah. With a boat? I didn't see that. Oh, okay.
Whatever.
So, Ember Moon is the other person here. Ember was NXT
she was with
champion.
Shotzi. That group was great.
She was great. And she didn't do well on the main roster, and I don't know why. Maybe when she first came up, she might have.
Gimmick.
But yeah, her gimmick was more cartoonish.
They should put her back with Shotzi. Shotzi's doing nothing.
Well, they the main roster, you kind of need more women. And I'm not sure why they haven't pulled more women up. But is she still with the company?
No,
she did release her. Okay, so that's why they didn't pull up. They released her. Montez Ford. Okay.
Man, she's gonna get Jade. He's gonna get Jade Cargill in the next round. Okay, next we have a person who's under and a person who's over. So we have Isaiah Swerve Scott. And then we have him against, don't judge me, we have him against The Rock. No.
Rock.
You need to shave completely.
I do need to shave, yeah.
No, completely.
Yeah,
so
I know what you mean, yeah. So, this one is a no-brainer here. Who is Isaiah Swerve? No disrespect to him, but shouts out to The Rock for everything he's done. He's part of the bloodline, the original bloodline. He's part of Nation Domination. First African American Intercontinental Champion, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because the Intercontinental Championship didn't come in until the early '90s
I think he was like the
or late
second
'80s.
or third African American world champion.
Could have been, yeah.
I know Big E's like the fifth.
Yeah, could have been.
A Rock.
Wrestling is pretty diverse. But that doesn't mean WWE is diverse.
No,
so let me just tell you that.
Not diverse.
No, but wrestling in general, there's a lot of African American wrestlers, a lot of Latin wrestlers, a lot of Asian wrestlers, and so forth. But WWE is the amount is smaller. But again, not a place. It's not like I'm not. It's a show. It's an entertainment show.
Okay, so next we have Mark Henry and we have Brandy Rose. Brandy Rose is pretty good overall. I've seen her mostly in those I forgot what they're called. The indies.
Brandy Rose going against Mark Henry. What's a no-brainer? That's a no-brainer for me.
Can I explain Brandy
Go,
Rose?
sure.
Okay, I've seen her a lot in those indies matches. You know those matches where it's like skyscrapers. Those
who we don't have on here? We don't have Mark Merrill.
Who?
Mark Merrill.
Don't know who that is.
Oh, well, I'll show you.
Okay. Mark Henry, world champion. I think that I see Keith Lee and Mark Henry.
Yeah.
Or Mark Henry.
World's strongest man, Mark Henry. He was the world's strongest man, then lost the title. He went back and won it again later down the line.
Wow.
I mean, it's no brainer for me. It's Mark Henry.
Okay. We are completely done the first round.
So, you want to read off our winners from the first round?
Yep. So yeah, Sasha Banks, King Woods, Moose, Keith Lee, Red Velvet, Godfather, Velveteen Dream, Bianca Belair, Mia Yim, Kofi Kingston, Big E, Booker T, Jade Cargill, Montez Ford, The Rock, and Mark Henry.
Oh, none of the, I just noticed neither one of the Usos made it to this list.
They're African American.
Yeah, and nor did Rikishi.
Rikishi's African American.
Yeah, well, he's part Samoan, part African American.
Oh.
Yeah, same with the Usos. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, but it's okay. As we
Notable
mention. Yeah, okay. So cool. All right. So
Make
let's
sure you
wrap
guys
this
go
up.
Smash that like button if you enjoyed it. Go see. Come back next Friday on the page so you can see a part
I'll
2.
push me out the way. Like, subscribe, share. Follow us on Instagram, Carter_TV. Shouts out to everybody that's always watched the previous videos for that matter. Check us out, See you next week.